My wife Emily got me his signed, Poppins signed Sports Illustrated cover and hangs in my office. So.
That's awesome. Well, he's actually, I moved out to South Florida, and Denny, for many years, was the TV color commentator for the Panthers, and he and I hung out quite a bit. He's a...
Yep. Good morning, everybody. Happy Halloween. Like, share, subscribe. Wait to the storage. After the storage, I have to go fix my flat tire. I got a flat tire. Sound good to you?
I give credit to the judge. He was very methodical. He made sure we had a lot of jurors. I think we went through 450 prospective jurors. A lot of them were, right off the bat, hey, I can't do this. There's no way I can, sit on a trial that might last until, close to Christmas. And it's understandable. There was a lot of, culling done just based on scheduling, but it gave us, getting that many jurors in there, bringing fresh jurors every day, sometimes twice a day, gave us a large pool to work from when we got to the people that actually said, yeah, I theoretically can do this. It's going to be a burden. It's going to be disruptive, of course, but I think I can do this.
So do you feel like after this process that your client is going to get a fair shake? Because, again, I keep comparing it to Trump, and I probably shouldn't do that because no one is despised like Donald Trump is in this city, and we saw that with some of these judges and some of these jurors, but do you feel like you're going to get a fair shake?
Absolutely do. And I said that, since day one. I mean, literally, I said my client's arraignment when I spoke to the media. I mean, look, the Trump case is a different animal for reasons that, we all understand. I've also stressed that my client, first of all, my client is not a political person. He has no political leanings. I know that people on the fringe of, wanted to politicize this case, wanted to racialize this case. But the facts just aren't there, and while it was contentious, the jury selection process is actually, impressive in reports on things that they were shared, but, the district attorney actually did out with that, and we're telling the jurors, potential jurors, that this is going to be a tough case for you because then is a good guy, because they're all sanctimonious, but, if they're really, neither side, both sides agree that there's nothing race, there's nothing political that is going on here, and because of that, I'm very confident that like along, I just need a jury. I've tried a lot of cases, and I've tried a lot of cases in Manhattan, and I've always done the jury because you have a large pool of educated, diverse people, and I have no problem with diversity. That understand the dynamics of this case, because who understands what it's like to be, harassed and threatened and put in fear for your life on the New York City subway system than a New Yorker.
Right. I don't think most people are interested and or know the names of judges. Judge Ito, of course, kind of broke that in the O.J. Simpson case, but everybody knew the names of Judge Kaplan. He was involved in the alleged rape case, which Joe Tacopina got removed. You got Judge Engeron. You started to get to know all the names of all these judges. So who is the judge in your case?
Yeah, so the judge is Max Wiley. He's been around a long time. I've tried cases in front of him. He's
Everybody's dressed.
I'm sure your wife
Halloween,
everybody's
dressed.
Because it's really the greatest thing that you can have in a judge. Is someone really good for me. I don't need a judge that leans towards my side or is trying to call the balls, strikes for me. I'm not looking for that. I don't need
Everybody needs somebody. Somebody to love.
But and apply it.
Everybody needs somebody.
You really, I think the most valuable asset is somebody up there who is just a even-keeled person. In fact, just the other day,
Kids happy
I got a call from the judicial screening committee. I get these calls all the time.
Kids happy
try a case with an assistant DA, and then a few years later, they're applying to become a judge. They have to put down the name of the attorney that they tried the case with.
You want to see my mask?
I literally just got a call about that. I took it in the lunch recess during this trial about an attorney I practiced with. That's really the most important thing in my opinion is for someone with a great judicial demeanor, and the individual on the screening committee said, that's the number one thing, most important thing we look for. Inspector Wiley, yeah, you're very, very much a gentleman. Been around a long time. This is going to be his last case. So.
Oh, wow, it's the last one. And so, does it start tomorrow? Does this trial start tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to start with, probably tie up some loose ends with preliminaries in the morning, not much. No, we're going to go right into opening statements, and I think we'll hear from the first few witnesses by late morning and the afternoon. Yeah. So we're going.
A lot tomorrow. So this is Tom Kniff, Waiter and Kniff. They represent Daniel Penny. So just to kind of revisit all this, is the defense contention, the prosecution's defense, that he went on the train, your client, and he murdered this guy. Was it a race thing? Because if I remember correctly, one of the gentlemen that helped Daniel Penny was in fact African American, and one of the first people that you guys interviewed on the train was an African American lady who said, let me tell you something, I was scared to death. So those are two examples of black people that were 100% supportive of Daniel Penny's actions. So what exactly is the contention from the other side?
Yeah, well, and there's even more. I mean, right after they finish with that lady, you see a police speaking to an African-American gentleman, and it's on the body-worn camera and pointing out, that this is basically in sum and substance that Danny saved the train, and I don't think he did anything wrong. So yeah, their contention is no. As I said, they can't make it a race thing because it's not a race thing. It's not a political thing, and they really have no choice but to concede that my client was acting for the benefit of the other people, to protect the other people who were scared for their lives. They said, several people said that there was no doubt in my mind that he was going to say someone was going to die. If somebody didn't step in, of course, Danny did step in. So what they're going to try to do is they're going to, parse the video frame by frame. And so, we'll hear, at this very point, he used too much force, and now, he should have known that he should have let him go.
So it's kind of like the Minnesota cop who killed George Floyd, right? Same thing. I mean, you got to know after 1 minute, take your foot off the guy's neck.
Yeah, well, the difference with that is, this case couldn't be any more different than Derek Chauvin is, Neely is resisting the entire time, and it's seen on video. I mean, he's resisting so vigorously that two other bystanders, as you pointed out, one a person of color, have to come in and help Danny. And look, Danny's in good shape, right? He's a young, athletic guy. He's not, he can handle himself. He could not contain Neely because he was so aggressive, so high on drugs, so psychotic. So how do you release someone like that, right? Right. It took the police. I mean, even after he finally released him, when the other individual said, within less than a minute of when he stops resisting aggressively, the other individual said, yeah, I got him, I got you, let go. Immediately, Danny let go. It still takes the police another 5 minutes to show up. Wow. And the 911 call had been made during the struggle about 3 minutes earlier. So, the police are there, it takes them 8-9 minutes to get there after the first 911 call is made, and it's over 10-11 minutes into the struggle. What is my client to do? I mean, you got this guy who's just threatening to kill women and children on the train, going nuts. Okay, the train's at the platform now. Just let him go and hope he doesn't, pull out a knife or a gun. No one knows if he's armed at that point.
Right.
In fact, everybody thinks he's armed. You hear the 911 call. We think he has a gun. We think he has a knife.
Yeah. I'll be back. Go and get something from the storage. Yep.
for Congress, Inc.
Talk Radio 77 WABC. WABC New York and 107.1 WLIR-FM Hampton Bays.
WABC time check 8:16 right now, sponsored by Boulevard Watch. It's 59 sunny on this Thursday, October 31st. Good morning, I'm Noah Layton. New York State trooper shot in the leg last night during a traffic stop on the Southern State Parkway in West Hempstead. There's no word what led to that gunfire. The trooper in the hospital in stable condition. The gunman who drove off in a Dodge Charger has not been found. The Yankees, well, they fell apart last night, sunk by an error-filled inning in the Bronx, handing the World Series crown to the Dodgers. Manager Aaron Boone says this one hurts bad.
I'm heartbroken for those guys that poured so much into this. You know, the ending is cruel.
Dodgers now go home to L.A. to celebrate with a big parade tomorrow. Former President Trump took a sanitation truck to a campaign rally Green Bay yesterday after President Biden called Trump supporters garbage.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Vice President Kamala Harris, she was also in Wisconsin, promising to unify the country.
As president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face.
New polling finds Vice President Harris with leads in the upper Midwest and Nevada. Former President Trump has leads in the Southeast and Arizona. If that does hold up, the race really could come down to Pennsylvania, where the two candidates are tied today. Gruesome discovery in the Bronx last night. 3 people shot dead in a home in Longwood. A 34-year-old man, a 57-year-old woman, and a 57-year-old man. Police right now investigating the shooting as a possible double murder-suicide. On December 11th, there will be a hearing where a judge will decide whether to release the Menendez brothers from prison. That is, tourists have been showing up to the Beverly Hills mansion where those boys grew up.
Been all over the news. All my friends have seen the show and the series, so I'm very curious on what's going to end up happening.
The Beverly Hills Police Department says they responded to numerous trespassing noise complaints around the home. Homeowners in that Ritchie neighborhood don't like all the attention. NYPD says it's ready to protect 50,000 runners who are going to take part in Sunday's New York City Marathon.
You're going to see heavy weapons teams. You're going to see our canines. Our bomb squad is going to be there, sweeping locations. We're going to have mobile response teams in every borough if an incident were to happen.
The race starts at 8 a.m. on Sunday. We're just getting this in, that all the celebrations in L.A. have not been great. In fact, we're a hostile mob burning a bus, and we're being told that looters raided a Nike store overnight in Los Angeles.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
You know, for as bad as New York is, and as bad as our reputation is, and we've earned it, folks, we've earned it. We win championships. For 2 million people, I'm talking about the Liberty, okay? Yankees win, you get 2 million people, there are no issues. You go to cities like Los Angeles, Detroit, they burn those bastards down.
Yeah.
They're out of control. LA's the worst. So that is one spot where New York does do a decent job.
Yeah, we never had that.
What's that?
We never have that. When we win
Never.
championship, we just go, right? That's over.
We
right?
never have that.
No. It is amazing. It's sports time, isn't it? Did I do the forecast? I probably did. Let me do that first.
I don't know and or don't care.
Really? Oh, well, that's not very nice of you. Your forecast from the Rare V Monster Weather Center, a mix of sun and clouds. Today, pretty summer-like. The high 80. Let's head over to the 77 WABC Sports Desk, where Justin Ellick has 700 reasons to be upset with the Yankees.
More than that.
750 reasons.
More than that. Every second that I was at that game last night counts as one reason as to why I'm upset.
But he's talking about money now.
Yeah, the tickets.
Because you spent like $800 in moron.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. I finally put it together tonight. Good old little brand.
Right. The beer or whatever else, you know.
I kept my phone.
I remember when I used to do, I used to do sports for Ivers, you know, and he was just relentless. He would beat the hell out of me every day.
Like you.
Yeah, but I wasn't nearly as stupid as you are. I mean, not even close.
But I'm bruised and battered this morning.
Oh, that's fine. You have an excuse.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'll take it in the room.
I will take that sympathy.
Yeah,
run.
right.
Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
I don't care.
I know.
I couldn't care less about the Yankees losing a World Series game. The effing world is about to come to an end.
Yeah.
So you lost the World Series. At least you got there.
That's true.
When was the last time you guys won a World Series?
2009.
Wow, 15 years. That's a long time.
Yeah. I'd like to win another one.
PJ.
Listen, you know.
Well, the Steinbrenners gave Aaron Boone a vote of confidence already.
They did. He's coming back.
So Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata want to yell and scream on the bandplay about
PJ.
wasted breath. And Casper, I'm sure, is coming back soon.
Yeah, I'm sure. The only real question here is obviously regarding Juan Soto.
Well, that's Cashman's job, right?
Yep.
He's got to be the guy to re-sign Soto. You lose Soto to anybody, especially the Mets.
Oh.
I know Steve Cohen's thinking about Soto right now, and boy, is that a disaster season for the Yankees.
Especially after losing the series like that.
Yeah, I was reading this morning, the Yankees' backup plan, if they don't sign Juan Soto, ready for this?
Oh, no.
If they don't sign Juan Soto, the Yankees' backup plan is...
I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. That was disgusting.
That is out there today. The Yankees, to the post, will look to get Pete Alonso if they don't re-sign Juan Soto.
I mean, man, you know, and I'm not a Pete Alonso hater, but the distance between the kind of hitter that Juan Soto is and the kind of hitter that Pete Alonso is, there is light years in between the two of them. So the Yankees lose, season over. He says he's keeping all of his options open. On the hardwood in Miami, Karl Anthony Towns had his first big game for the next 44 points, 13 rebounds. The next beat the Heat, 116-107. Up next for them, to Detroit tomorrow to visit the Pistons. In Memphis, Dennis Schroeder had 33, and the Nets beat the Grizzlies 119-106. Up next for them, they'll get ready to visit the Bulls tomorrow night. In the NHL, out in Columbus, the Islanders got shut out by the Blue Jackets. Final score there 2-0. Up in Vancouver, Nico Hischier had a goal and 2 assists. Jacob Markstrom stopped 20 shots for his 21st career shutout. The Devils beat the Canucks 6-0, and it is Thursday, which means the start of Week 9 in the NFL. We do stay local this week with Thursday Night Football. The 2-6 Jets get ready to welcome in the 6-2 Houston Texans into that live kickoff. 8:15. New York heads in as 2-point home favorites. Sports sponsored by Pete Morgan at Peerless Boilers. Go to peerlessboilers.com, PavilionsEchoes.com. Find a dealer near you. They are the world's best pro boilers on Justin Ellick on 77 WABC.
WABC Time Check 823, sponsored by Foldable Watches. Discover finely crafted timepieces available at Macy's. Traffic, transit map, here's Jill Nolan.
From the RayCatina.com traffic desk, busy morning. If you're on the B2E on the northbound side coming up to Metropolitan Avenue, an accident that's in the left lane. Westbound on the Van White coming into Northern Boulevard, you've got a crash there. That's still in the process of being cleared. That's northbound rather. If you're westbound inbound on the Grand Central Parkway at 188th Street, a crash there. Northbound on the Major Beacon Expressway up at Fordham Road, 2 lanes are out with an accident. Also, as you head out onto the northbound New England Thruway, comes to Club Road, also in the Bronx. That accident continues as well. The northbound drive around the Manhattan Bridge on the left lane. On the island, eastbound 7th State, a crash right at the Wonton on the Meadowbrook northbound at Stall at Deckendorf Boulevard. And then in New Jersey, westbound Route 22, Liberty Avenue and Hillside, a pretty bad accident. And also delays on the southbound side of Route 9 coming into Spring Valley Road. That collision is still there, still in the process of being cleared of that transit on its way to schedule. If you're looking for a luxury vehicle, it's great value. Consider a certified pre-owned Jaguar sedan or SUV from Ray Catina. Choose from a wide selection, Ray Catina Jaguar of Edison or Jaguar Marlboro, and enjoy special limited time financing on all exotic models. I'm Joe Nolan with traffic on Talk Radio 77 WABC. You've got a voice, a big voice, news and awesome. Sound off on Talk Radio 77 WABC. Hitting the cover thrown by New York Yankees closer Mariano Rivera is hard. So is getting a mortgage, especially these days. This is Mariano Rivera, original all-time favorite music. I know about making faith by saving strength, time, and money on your mortgage with my friends at Power Express Mortgage.
My friends at Power Express Mortgage, make the prime, no house alone. No tax returns, no pay stubs. Be part of the team. Call Power Express Mortgage. Your successful closing is their business. Call at 800-826-2365. 800-826-2365. Take that from me. Take it from our sponsor.
I want to make one more thing for you and your home mortgage. With my friends at Power Express Mortgage. Power Express at 1010 Northern Boulevard, 2426, Freeman, New York, 11021. Equal housing lender. Licensed mortgage banker. New York State Department of Financial Services. Not a depository institution. And does not take deposit. All loans are subject to credit approval and program guidelines. And MLS number 1324.
Talk Radio 77 WABC. Entertaining and informative. This is Sid and Friends in the Morning. 77 WABC.
What's it going to be doing coming up this Sunday? And I'm married to a champ, my...
Somebody to do a welding, maybe for the future. Yeah, maybe it's a tiny one. Maybe for the spare. What? Safe to do welding or destroy? Maybe for the spare. Huh? For the spare. Let us see.
the valve is good. Maybe later you reduce it, and you take it out the filter, 45, here. Okay, that's everything 45, okay? Alright?
The car there. Move the car there.
Equal rights. It's about special rights for illegal immigrants.
Say what?
It's in the fine print. You can read it on the ballot. Under Part 1, national origin and constitutional protection.
Huh.
football team, same way?
Oh, it's even bigger and better. It was a kumbaya. Everybody was happy. There was no negativity. You had asked me a couple of days before if I saw any protesters, and the news was reporting about protests outside. I didn't see one protester. Took me, Danielle, and Dave a good 30 minutes just to get down 3 Avenue blocks to get inside. I didn't see one protester, but I saw about 30,000 fans who were outside. And, you know, you can talk all you want about the bad joke about Puerto Rico. It was what it was. So some of the stuff that I said or Tucker Carlson, but the truth is, no matter what we did and said, the left is going to eviscerate us. There's no way they're going to say, hey, that was great. But the truth is, it was great. It was a happy, tremendous 5-hour rally and sets the stage, I think, for a big Donald Trump win, Brian Kilmeade, coming up next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I thought Trump made the most of it, where it goes, going in the garbage truck, going to Wisconsin, wearing the best throughout his speech. It made people stop and ask what's going on here if they missed it. And what I think, yes, number one. Number two, I think it helps Brett Favre. Here you are in Wisconsin. Brett Favre says, for the first time in my life, I'm getting involved. And I'm endorsing Trump. It gives a rousing speech, and people love him more than Aaron Rodgers, almost as much as Bart Starr in his heyday. So Favre gets up there, controversy and all, and endorses. I think it makes a difference. And here's what I think makes a difference. There's a lot of Trump people who go, oh, you know, whatever, I might vote, I might not vote. You know, they're ambivalent. When you call Trump trash, they're ambivalent. When you go after his family, yeah, they're used to it. When you actually mock them, whether they're fervent supporters, mild supporters, consistent voter, that's when it gets personal. And I think that could get thousands of people to the polls, so we're going to maybe sit it out. And when you lose an election with 45,000 votes in a cumulatively in battlegrounds in 2020, don't tell me this doesn't make a difference.
No, it does. And Howard Stern did the same thing a couple of weeks ago. He referred, he said, I don't hate Donald Trump necessarily, but I certainly hate all of his supporters. So we've been labeled garbage and bad people by everybody from Howard Stern to Hillary Clinton to Joe Biden to a load of these guys. You know, it's funny. You mentioned Brett Favre, the all-time great Green Bay Packer quarterback, and he did partake in the Green Bay, Wisconsin rally yesterday, and he did criticize Joe Biden, and I couldn't help but think of a local guy, and that's Eric Adams. So Politico liked the story 2 days ago, where they say that, A, I'm a big donor to Donald Trump, me and Jim Dolan, that's why I was at the coffee on Sunday, and they also say that, B, I'm very friendly with Mayor Eric Adams, and maybe I can be that guy to kind of bridge the gap. I had to tell me what was yesterday. No, I don't really talk to Adams anymore. I haven't talked to Adams in about 5 months. But the comparison is, you mentioned the controversy with Brett Favre. It's good to have a friend like Donald Trump. Same thing with Mayor Eric Adams. Doesn't like Donald Trump. And by the way, Donald Trump doesn't like Eric. You know, Eric Adams has done a good job in New York City, but they do have that kindred spirit thing going on because of the DOJ, but that's the similarity. Favre in Green Bay, he's got issues. Adams in New York, he's got issues. And everybody's warming up to Trump because at the end of the day, when he wins, he can help us.
Yeah, and I would say this. For him to be in front of the microphone and get consistent questions about fascist, racist, MSG, why are they rented, but he did not say anything to, in fact, he diminished the question as insulting. And of course, it's freedom of speech. Of course, Donald Trump is not a fascist, and of course he has a right, I'm just paraphrasing, not saying exactly, to have his rally. I think that's politically smart. And this, Adams is so much better than de Blasio. At least he went up to Albany and tried to get rid of Sanctuary City. At least he admitted there was a crime problem. I mean, at least he you know, I know he likes to party and go out, but at least he does, at least he shows up. So
before you go any further, while you're giving Eric Adams credit, you know I couldn't disagree more. I don't care. He went to Albany. They slammed the door in his face. He got nothing done. And you know he should be yelling and screaming, not names like Beastie and Stuart Cousins. He never does that. Never. So you want to give him credit that it's fine. Are you telling me that when he runs again in 2025, whether he runs against Andrew
I don't want to call him up. I mean, I'd like to see Perez get a shot. I mean, if a Republican can do it, I'd love to see it. But I don't want Cuomo. I don't want to redux de Blasio. I have no idea this guy's Springer. You know, he says he's going to do certain things. I don't see any track record. So you would know better than me. I mean, you're all over New York State politics. I can't vote you. I just think that's this here. Great system they have. So I mean, I don't know. Number one, I got to see if there's another active indictment. So if there was another active indictment, he's going to be disqualified.
Well, it's coming.
This time,
It's coming.
yeah, if it does,
And it's coming. Trust me. Right after the election, Eric Adams, his worst day is still coming. It'll be after the election. There'll be another round of these indictments. So if that's what you're planning on, I can almost promise you this. It's coming.
yeah, I mean, so that means not going to run. So it's a don't even bring it up. I will say this. I just don't know like who out there will be able to run a city and forget about politics. You know, it really doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat when you're running these cities, even New York. You know, you forget, I mean, how many times did Bloomberg switch parties? It didn't matter. At least you know Bloomberg was competent. I know he was way too green and done his big gulp. But you know a guy was competent. It's like, you know, so when can we get that again?
I don't know. It's been since Bloomberg and Giuliani, you're right, since you have somebody confident can get it done. So on the way out, look, we're only a couple of days away here, Brian. Odds on next time you and I talk, we'll know, at least I hope we'll know, that Donald Trump is the president. Do you have any real concerns that come Tuesday, late Tuesday night, we're still not going to know, we're waiting on Michigan or Pennsylvania? Have those concerns?
I did. Yes, and it's not because of corruption. They have not reformed their system like Florida did. They're not counting the ballots prior to the election. I want them counting them now. What are you waiting for? So this way, when you have the voters show up, you know what the voters do. So that's why Florida gets it at 10 p.m. And that's why Arizona has not reformed the situation, neither is Michigan. So it might be a few days. My hope is the reason you got it Tuesday in 2016 is because, you know, Trump won all those states. I mean, it was just decisive enough where he was clear that he won. So, if it is close as they say, we got 2 new polls out, it's all 1 point. They're tied in Michigan, they're tied in Wisconsin, and the 1 point lead in North Carolina. I mean, that's going to be tight. So if let's say those are the results, of course, Harris is going to go, I want to recount Michigan. I want to recount North Carolina. So I think we'll have an idea. My vote is, the last thing any of us should be doing is saying they cheated, they lied. So let me know. You know, we've seen it's overwhelming, you got evidence to it, but just for, everybody, they cheated, they lied. Let's wait on that to find out if they cheated, they lied. Because I think the Trump team is very confident that they're doing enough to win, and they're very confident that their ground game, I don't know if you're hearing the same thing, their ground game is falling off pretty successful. So they kind of licensed it out to Charlie Kirk and Elon Musk and some other groups.
Oh my goodness.
They're getting good responses. I got someone on here running, coordinating it, so we'll get an idea. And we'll see what happens. Even in the hurricane-stricken areas of North Carolina, the early voting numbers are really strong.
Very strong, and I do talk to Larry Trump almost every day. Her and Watley have done a very good job, like you're talking about. Charlie out there in Arizona, Elon on Met on Sunday at the Garden. All of them trying to make sure that the integrity of this election goes down with no real bumps in the road. I'm with you. Stop with the treating stuff, buddy. It's getting annoying. Last 30 seconds. Saturday night, by the time you hit the airwaves on Fox News, One Nation, it's only going to be 3 days away from the election. I got to imagine you got a big show coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to lead with Pierce Morgan live in studio. I got Crenshaw and Walt, same Crenshaw and Walt, stuff both out in the world, and also Texas Ted Cruz, what's going on over in Israel, what's going to mean for both, with one wins as opposed to the other with Walt. The guy who knows the war, he knows domestic politics. We'll talk about whatever's news then. Daniel Flex is going to go through the media moments with me. Robert Davi, we're getting somebody from the Trump team going to be joining us, and Dave McCormick of Pennsylvania. So those guys are locked in as of now, but we could be rotating some people in and out.
I'm actually campaigning with Trump's buddy Bill White in Philadelphia Saturday night. Good McCormick, mind you, and 13 others after St. Clair and a host of others that last stop in Pennsylvania Saturday night. The Trump team has been a Trump meetings on Tuesday, so next week could be a very, very interesting conversation.
but I'm nervous for John Cassidy. Because if Trump is to win, you're going to like either going to get the Chief of Staff, Secretary of State, or Press Secretary, and he's going to need a new morning show guy. And Frank likes doing the overnights, so we might see John Cassidy who's got to run $9 billion company and do the morning show. But I was nervous for John Cassidy.
Yes.
Can you do the pasta?
That is not as crazy as good thing.
No, I cannot do it. I have a problem with the phone. I just I did, live because I went to fix the flat tire, but as soon as I get a job, I'm gonna turn it off. I mean, maybe before half hour, 1 more hour. But since 8 in the morning, I tried to call you, but you don't answer the phone.
Oh, you know I'm busy.
You took pictures?
No.
Why not? Coconut is giant. I see all the kids, we go to school, they all dressed, they all happy. Many parents dressed too. Parents look funny. One guy dressed like a yellow cat. Looks so funny.
Oh no, you've been live for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's why I tried to reach you, no answer. Okay, now go to the storage, put the stuff there, then try to go work a little bit. Yeah, fix the flat tire, I change.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring some food today, but only what we need.
No name.
The stuff I need some fruit and vegetable, milk, instead to buy. The rest I'm going to donate. Poor people.
If you're out onto the southbound side of the Bruckner Expressway coming down the Ron Ziegler Parkway, a crash with 1 lane out, and then on the northbound side of the New England Thruway coming up to Country Club Road, there's an accident as well. Now, if you're in Manhattan on the drive, ductile problem.
Okay, bye.
Northbound up at the 3rd Avenue Bridge, we still have that collision, then also delays around the Manhattan Bridge with a stalled vehicle, 1 lane out of service. And then in New Jersey, as you travel out onto southbound on 96 Valley Road, that collision is still there, still being cleared. We're also looking at an ongoing emergency water main repair northbound on 206 between Village Parkway and East Somerset Street. That would be in the Hillsborough area. And then the Lincoln Tunnel heading outbound.
Yep. Delivery.
We haven't seen that happen.
No, but everybody you mentioned is a mercenary. Okay, they're not regular people.
Including me, that's true. Yes.
And they're getting paid to promote a point of view. But the good news for you is you're much more famous now than you were. Okay? And you're right. But that's not a bad thing if you're a leader.
Chinese consulate.
To the election update and common sense thinking.
Should be cashed.
Hey, Brooklyn, New York, feeling thirsty for beer, ale, and hard drinks, and feeling thrifty? Recycle all your bottles and cans at Thrifty Beverage Center, 990 McDonald Avenue. I've been going there for 40 years. Thrifty Beverage Center, NY.com. They deliver directly to your door. Go to thriftybeveragecenter.ny.com.
Hey, it's Joe Biscoville. When you're looking for concrete materials for your next construction project, call Diamondback Ready Mix. Diamondback Ready Mix is fully licensed in New York and New Jersey. Call now, 718-650-5649. 718-650-5649. A DeFazio Company.
Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The following is a paid issue advertisement.
Americans love using their credit cards. The most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But DC politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell companies to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Larry Kudlow here with an urgent warning. Inflation is threatening the dollar, and Washington is coming for your 401k or your IRA or other retirement money to pay for their spending mistakes. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold. Gold has protected wealth through every kind of economic crisis in history. Contact the experts at Colonial Metals Group for a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything. Go to freegoldguide.com/Kudlow or just call now 800-621-3908. That's 800-621-3908. Don't let Washington's mistakes steal your savings. The experts at Colonial Metals Group are the only folks I trust to help you bulletproof your wealth with gold. Please go to freegoldguide.com/Kudlow or call now 800-621-3908. That's 800-621-3908. Get your free 2024 gold guide and learn how to protect your life's work. freegoldguide.com/Kudlow.
Talk Radio 77 WABC. 77 WABC.
This is Sid and Friends in the Morning.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
אני הייתי איתה מחר בבוקר, ואני אעדכן אותך. כאילו מה, אני מעבירה לך, אין לי בעיה להעביר לך את האלף. השאלה, אני מעבירה לך, ואז שאני פוגשת אתכם, אני אעביר לכם בביט או מה.
Today, Joanna Wisher, she's great.
רחל. כן, רחל, בוקר טוב. סגרתי עם אחת ישראלית, שירז, אטיאס, היא תבוא מה-25 לדצמבר עד ה5 לראשון, 11 לילות. אז אמרתי לה, כביכול, דצמבר זה 200 ללילה תקבלי, וינואר זה 4 ימים, 150. אז אני טוטל להביא לך זה $2,000 ל-11 יום. כאילו 200 כפול 7 זה 1,400, 150 כפול 4 זה 600, 600 ועוד 1,400 אני אביא לך 2,000. עכשיו יש עוד בחורה, שתי זוגות רוצות אותו תאריך. יש מצב שהוא יפנה את המקום מ-25 לדצמבר עד ה-5, אז נסגור עם הבחורה השנייה, הילד.
אני אשאל אותה.
תשאלי אותה, אז אני אתן לך גם סכום יפה, את יודעת, סכום דומה, אפילו יותר, אני אנסה יותר. אז תשאלי אותה, תחזרי אליי עכשיו, כי אני צריך להחזיר לה תשובה. תגידי לו, יש מצב דצמבר 25 עד ה-5 לראשון.
תחזיר לה עד סוף היום, למה שזה, איך זה נקרא?
בבית ספר או משהו.
תגיד לה שאתה תחזיר לה עד סוף היום.
כן, אוקיי.
תפריע.
אוקיי. אם אפילו בכלל כל דצמבר הוא יכול, זה... בכל מקרה, 25, מ-25 עד ה-5.
24 לדצמבר. אז זה יצא טוב.
אוקיי.
אבל בואו נבדוק.
תבדקי, אוקיי. אז לסגור עם האנשים, כן? זה שלא יהיה פדיחות, שלא תחזירי את הדירה, אז אל תחזירי את הדירה.
לא, ככה. הם רוצים עד מתי?
25 לדצמבר עד 5 לראשון.
עד ה5 לראשון, אוקיי. נדבר איתו, אוקיי.
בכל צוק.
אוקיי, ביי.
There's always next year. The Yankees fell apart last night in the Bronx, handed the World Series to the Dodgers. Aaron Judge says he'll have to live with the big error he made last night.
Yeah, we just didn't get the job done. Just a couple mistakes along the way. Like I said, we just didn't finish it.
No, they did not. The Dodgers go home to L.A. to celebrate with a big parade tomorrow. Former President Trump taking a garbage truck to a rally in Green Bay yesterday after President Biden called Trump supporters garbage.
Joe Biden finally said what he and Kamala really think of our supporters. He called them garbage.
Vice President Harris, she was in North Carolina yesterday.
We know we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump, who has been trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other.
Now, if those polls have it right, Vice President Harris has the edge in the upper Midwest in Nevada today, while Trump leads in the southeastern Arizona, meaning the race could actually come down to Pennsylvania, where the two of them are tied today.
Oh my God, well, I'm going to be campaigning for Trump the very last night, Saturday night. This whole election is on my shoulders.
It is because Pennsylvania could be the state that decides on election night. Most when they do postal election. So you better go out there and do your job. NYPD cops looking for a mom who gave birth to a baby girl. That's for the 1,000 foot of a Bronx building. A contractor just
the baby was next to my living room. I literally could look at the window and see the baby.
Police say they're looking for a teenager who likely hid her pregnancy and then dumped that infant in the courtyard. New York City public school students getting an extra day off before the Christmas holiday starts thanks to a 12-year-old who wrote to the mayor and suggested the idea. Christmas Eve falls on a Tuesday, which meant students would have to show up for just one day before the winter break on a Monday. But now they don't have to, thanks to this 12-year-old Isaac.
It's going to allow the students to say, listen, we don't like that you took all of our half girls out of school, but we like it now that you gave us a day.
Yeah, Isaac, no doubt, a hero this morning. Your forecast from the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center: sun, clouds today, summer-like, high 80. 9:21 now. Let's head over to the 77 WABC Sports Desk and Justin Allen.
What was that kid's name again?
Isaac.
You would have caught that fly ball in center field, probably.
Yeah, you would have. No problem.
Sports sponsored by Pete Morgan.
Anywhere as well.
Right, yeah. Well, he would have been able to see the look better. There you go. Sports sponsored by Pete Morgan and Peerless Boilers. Go to peerlessboilers.com, paviliontankless.com. Find a dealer near you. They are the world's best built boilers. We do begin out in the Bronx on the diamond at Yankee Stadium. The Yanks handed their season away to the Dodgers, losing 7-6 in last night's Game 5 of the World Series, granting, I should say, Los Angeles their 8th World Series title in franchise history. So the Yanks still titleless since its record 27th World Series championship in 2009, and we wait to see what they do with Juan Soto, of course, coming over from San Diego in December, and he is now an unrestricted free agent. On the hardwood in Miami, Karl Anthony Towns had his first big game as a Knick, 44 points and 13 rebounds, and the Knicks rallied to beat the Heat 116-107. As for the Nets, Dennis Schroeder, he had 33 points and 8 assists, and they beat the Grizzlies 119-106. On the ice out in Columbus, the Islanders got shut out by the Blue Jackets. Final score there 2-0, and up north in Vancouver, the Devils, they bested the Canucks 6-0. And it is Thursday, which means the start of Week 9 in the NFL. This week's installment of Thursday Night Football stays local. You get the 2-6 Jets getting ready to welcome in the 6-2 Houston Texans into MetLife kickoff. 8-15, New York heads in as 2-point home favorites. Sports sponsored.
The Jets always favorite.
I don't know. Well, they're at home, so.
Well, so what? I know. The Texans are 6-2.
I was surprised to see that as well this morning.
They were favored in the window last week. They lost outright. They were favored against Denver. They lost outright. They were favored against Pittsburgh. They lost outright. Why are they always favored?
Well,
Does somebody think they beat Aaron Rodgers in 2016?
No, I don't understand. Well, he goes on the Pat McAfee show once a week, and he says, now we're locked in.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. That makes sense. All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sports sponsored by Pete Morgan and Peerless Boilers. Go to peerlessboilers.com, paviliontankless.com. Time to do in here. They are the world's best built boilers. I'm Justin Ellick on 77 WABC.
WABC Time Check 9:23, sponsored by Boulevard Watches. Discover finely crafted timepieces available at Macy's. Traffic, transit now. Here's Joe Noah.
From the RayCatina.com traffic desk, if you're on the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, we still have delays heading northbound, getting up to the Williamsburg Bridge. With that accident, you're backed up all the way to the Belt Parkway. If you're on the Van Wyck, delays again from the Belt Parkway up through Linden Boulevard with an accident, one lane out. Good news on the northbound drive up there at the Manhattan Bridge. That earlier problem is out of the way. On the Meadowbrook Parkway, we still have that accident northbound coming up to Old Country Road, so that's causing delays back to Stewart Avenue. If you're on the southbound side of Route 9, still have that accident. 2 lanes are out. There were injuries involved with this thing at Spring Valley Road. That's still being cleared. Then also northbound 1 and 9, the truck route now. This is in New Jersey City at 5th Avenue. Running on or close to schedule. If you're looking for a luxury vehicle at a great value, consider a certified pre-owned Jaguar sedan or SUV from RayCatina. Choose from a wide selection of RayCatina Jaguar Medicine or Jaguar Marlboro and enjoy special limited time financing on all in-stock models. I'm Joe Nolan with traffic on Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Listen at home. And enable the 77 WABC Alexa skill today. Say.
Play 77 WABC.
The following is a paid featured advertisement.
Okay then, low miles, real free stuff. Sign here, drive off.
I'd like to read the fine print. You'd be surprised what you find in a...
Here they go.
Only Prop 1 isn't about equal rights. It's about special rights for illegal immigrants.
Say what?
It's in the fine print. You can read it on the ballot.
Under Prop 1, national origin gets constitutional protection.
Huh. That means...
I do my own research.
I noticed.
Well, critics say Prop 1 could block local efforts to deal with the migrant crisis and give illegals a constitutional right to taxpayer benefits. Prop 1 could even open the door for non-citizens to vote here.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm voting no on Prop 1. It's a clunker. Paid for by Vote No on Prop 1 Committee. Vote no on Prop1.org.
Talk Radio 77 WABC.
This is Sid and Friends in the Morning.
Entertaining and informative.
Yep.
77 WABC. I did what doing.
Yep. Delivery. 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 Lombretta. Where's the lombretta? It's the rich people.
He doesn't get the ratings that I get, okay? And not the ratings of everything, but
Lombretta.
in this game, I'm sorry, sniffing but 12 plus words. It's the ratings. That's it. That's how you judge. That's how you make money for the show based on revenue. That's how you get paid. So I'm not interested in what other hosts do, even some that I think are
Lombretta.
and just as famous, if not more famous than me, because they don't do what I do. Bill O'Reilly just said it. Bill O'Reilly. Did you see the month of October? He specifically said this show, Sid and Friends in the Morning. But I've never seen ratings like that. Never. He said, in fact, I don't think that any news talk show ever got those ratings. Did he not say that? Word for word. I heard him.
Where's the lombretta? Lombretta is coming up.
Watch didn't do it. Nobody did that. I do. So don't complain about what I do. Let's look at October. We'll start there. Radio ratings are calculated. Now these are numbers. Now you're stuck. Now let's go back to the other point I made.
It's the rich people. Rich people.
And I'm going to you guys, we are judged a certain way, and whoever the
Yeah, sorry, I have to close the live. Yeah, I have to close the live because I got a passenger. Sorry, I'm closing the live because I got a passenger. Thank you. See you later.